Steve Goodman Doc.
In 1971, I worked for an agency in New York, CMA, which is now ICM, and we would have Monday morning meetings where there'd be a lot of nothing going on, and there were like 25 agents on the 30th floor, and our boss had. We would have a certain agenda where we discuss all new acts, Manhattan Transfer, Bette Midler. And these were all brand new artists. And on the docket came an artist by the name of John Prine and Steve Goodman. And they'd just been signed to the agency. And that's the first day I heard his name. The kind of music that John Prine and Steve Goodman did and do was never the pedestrian choice, you know. It was never the type of music that everyone wanted to be a part of. Don't forget David Bowie was happening, and Poco. It was real melodic. The Eagles were just starting out. I just knew that I loved them as people and that the music was so quality, and they were quality guys and could back it up. So you have to bet on that. Steve was performing one night at the bitter end after he had gotten his deal. That was another thing. I was responsible for places like the Fillmore East, the bitter end. I was in charge of booking all of my artists into those facilities. Well, I went down to see Stevie early, sound check, just to meet him, because the other agent wasn't going. And I'll never forget it. Stevie was standing right in front of the bitter end, outside, under where his name was advertised in very small print, and he had these big round brown eyes. And the minute I got out of the cab, I looked at him, he looked at me, and as corny as it sounds, I knew right then and there that we would be. First of all, he looked like he could have been my brother, a very young version of me. And right then and there we knew, you know, that we would work together for a long time.
I met Steve Goodman back around 1971, and I was playing in a club at the time on Belmont called Quiet Night. And one night after the show, I was walking out with my guitars, you know, going home or to the hotel or something, and the owner of the place, a guy named Richard Harding, stopped me and said, "Arlo, before you go, a friend of mine wants to sing you a song." So I said, "Oh, come on, man, I don't want to hear no songs. I don't like songs. I was tired. I said, I even like my songs. Why should I listen to other people's songs?" So around the corner comes this little guy, and he's smiling at me. He says, "Arlo, I just want to sing you one song, man." So I says, "Okay, I tell you what, man, you buy me a beer, and I'll sit here and drink it. And as long as it lasts, you can do whatever you want." So he says, "That sounds like a good deal." And I says, "It does." And it turned out to be one of the finer beers of my life. I met Steve Goodman that night, and we sat down, and he played a bunch of songs, and he gave me a tape of some of his stuff and some lead sheets, and I took them home. And within about 6 months or so, we had recorded City of New Orleans and went on from there.
Riding on the city of New Orleans, Illinois Central, Monday morning rail. 15 cars and 15 restless rides.
Here's Steve Goodman's longtime friend and occasional musical partner, John Prine.
Steve Goodman and I first met in the back of the Earl of Old Town. Back where the dressing room, in quotes, was, which is there was a sink back there and a big deep freezer. And I was sitting back there, and Steve had come in to check me out. I'd been playing over at the Fifth Peg before that on Armitage, and I guess Steve had come to see me a couple of times, but he never introduced himself to me. This was late 70, and I'd only been playing for 3 or 4 months, and things have been going real good for me. I was getting a pretty good crowd over at Earl's. I'd heard of Steve Goodman because on WFMT they had a tape of City New Orleans. Because Steve didn't have a record out at the time, neither did I.
The radio program was a folk music program on this station in Chicago on Saturday nights. and I heard him sing in the city of New Orleans. And I just got this vision of that the guy singing that song wore like turtleneck sweaters and had really kind of a crew cut and maybe a little beard and really tall guy, you know. And here comes this guy storming through the door. Looks like Edward G. Robinson, and walks up to me and says, "Hi, I'm Steve Goodman," you know, and you're all right, you know, like previous to that I wasn't, you know. He was like solidifying it, you know, and we became kind of instant friends.
Please welcome live Steve Goodman. Thank you, folks. Bobbing along. There'll be no more sobbing when he starts throbbing his own sweet song. Wake up, you sleepyhead, get up, get out of bed, cheer up, the sun is red. Live, love, laugh, and be happy. Why should I forget? Now I'm walking through fields of flowers. Rain may glisten, still I'll listen for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. I'm just a kid again, doing what I did again, singing a song. When the red robin comes, I'll listen for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. I'm just a kid again, doing what I did again, singing a song. When the red robin come bobbing along. Now when the red robin come bobbing along. Someone and he set you back on your heels. Well, you met someone and now you know how it feels when you give your heart so true, just like I gave mine to you, and he breaks it in little pieces. How you doing? How you doing? Gonna lie awake, gonna sing those blues all night. Baby, know that love's one barrel of dynamite. Hooray and hallelujah, you had it coming to you, and I hope you're satisfied, you rascal, you. Set you back on your feet. Oh, you met
with someone, now you know how it feels. When you give your heart so true, just like I gave mine to you, and he breaks in little pieces. But I have to do what life because in the blues all night. Better know that love, better than man. Well, you had to come to you. I hope you're satisfied. You've been taken for a ride, and I hope you're satisfied. You asked for you.
John Prine.
Since we lost Steve, I've been out on the road pretty much real steady. I was out on the road when Steve passed away, and I'm kind of glad of that because I like to be busy during times like that. But I've been running into a lot of people all over the country that just, some people just been devastated by it and everything. And here they would be concerned about me because Steve and I were such good friends. And I'd have to tell them that me and Steve had like so many great times together that there's not a whole lot of room for a lot of sadness, you know. And besides that, he sure wouldn't dig any sadness, you know. I mean, for 15 years, Steve, as long as I've known him, Steve had been battling leukemia, and he was pretty much trying to get all of the people he knew real well prepared for the fact that he might not be around, you know. And he did a pretty good job of it, you know. But I'm gonna miss him for a long time.
Wrote this one here with John Prine after I had an accident with a bottle of tequila. I heard this sound here for 3 days. It's a semi-autobiographical, right? How much tequila did I drink last night? It's really anybody's guess. They poured them so fast I couldn't keep them in the glass, but this morning I sure am a mess. My head is 4 or 5 times its normal size, and I got this big old cactus stuck between my eyes. I can't recall a single thing I did or said, or the names of all these people sleeping in this bed. Tell me how, tell me how, tell me how, tell me how, tell me how much tequila did I drink last night? How did I get these cuts and bruises all over my body? I must have fallen down somehow. Think it had something to do with karate. Well, it's all coming back to me now. I was standing at the bar with King Kong's cousin. He must have been 7'3". His elbow gave me a bump, and so I said, "Hey, chump, would you like to step outside with me?" Tell me how, tell me how, tell me how, tell me how, tell me how much tequila did I drink last night? My mouth is full of cotton and my brain is sore. I left last night's dinner on this morning's floor. My belly is swollen, my eyeballs shrunk. I drank so much that my hair got drunk. I seen a big old worm about 10 feet long. I'm hallucinating purple cows. Somebody moved the furniture while I was gone. Uh-oh, this is not my house. I could call us a taxi on the telephone if I just knew where we are. I guess I'm gonna have to drive myself back home as soon as I can find my car. Tell me how, tell me how, tell me how, tell me how, tell me how much tequila did I drink last night? Thank you. Here's one for Wilson Pickett. 6345789 was my favorite Pickett song. I love that song. If you need a little loving, call on me, baby. That's all you got to do now. And if you want a little kissing, call on me. All right. I'll be right here at home. All you got to do is pick up the telephone and dial now. 6345789. That's my number. This is an old Joe Turner record. Good.
Get out of that bed, wash your face and hands. Get out of that bed, wash your face and hands. Get into that kitchen, make some noise with the pots and pans. Oh, you wear an old dress, the sun comes shining through.
What a record this is.
Oh, you wear old dresses, the sun comes shining through. I can't believe my eyes, all of this belongs to you. I believe to my soul you're the devil in nylon hose. I believe to my soul you're the devil in nylon hose. Oh, the harder I work, the faster my money goes. The one-eyed cat peeping in a seafood store. Like a one-eyed cat peeping in a seafood store. One look at you, tell you ain't no child no more. Says shake, rattle and roll. Shake, rattle and roll. Shake, rattle and roll. Shake, rattle and roll. Oh, you won't do right to save your doggone soul.
I got a whole album of that stuff. Joe Turner and his 25 years of Atlantic Gold is what it was. Fabulous record. Let's see what else is on it. Let me think. I wore out the first side. That was on the first side. There wasn't very much tuning on the first side. Oh, yeah. Life could be a dream. But no, doing C. Maybe. C. Life could be a dream. Life could be a dream. This is by the Chords. This is before the white guys stole it and made a hit record. Life could be a dream with you. If I could take you up in paradise up above. If you would tell me I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Low, low again. Shaboom is open, we'll meet again. Boom, boom, boom. Midnight, ding dong. A lang, a lang, a lang. Shaboom, oh, oh, bip. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-dip. Oh, life could be a dream. If only all my precious plans would come true. If you would let me spend my whole life loving you. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. And every time I look at you, something is on my mind. If you do what I want you to, baby, we be so fine. Oh, life could be a dream. If only all my big plans would come true. If you would let me spend my whole life loving you, life could be a dream, sweetheart. Oh, no again. Shaboom is open, we'll meet again. Boom, ba, boom. Ding dong. A lang, a lang, a lang, a lang, a lang, a lang. Oh, bip. Oh, life could be a dream. Life could be a dream. Wow, 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 paradise up above.
you would tell me I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Hello again. Shaboom is over, we meet again. Boom, ba boom, da da ding dong. A lang a la lang a la lang a la lang a lang. Oh, bip, a da ba da ba dip. Life could be a dream. Life could be a dream. Do 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 do. Shaboo.
Thank you, folks. Must have been jumping stuff off of this. I love those songs, man.
Well, I met Steve when we were playing the Quiet Night in Chicago. I can't remember the year, even what it was, but must have been about 70 or 71, and I was pretty brain damaged at the time. But Steve was opening for us at the Quiet Night, and I was so tired that I usually didn't even go in there until it was time for my show. And the guys in the band said, "You ought to hear this guy. He's really good." And he was. And he had two songs that knocked me out, particularly. One was City of New Orleans, which I tried to pitch to Johnny Cash, and he'll admit it today, he blew it. And the other was Sam Stone, and he said, you gotta meet the guy that wrote this song. And I was, we were doing 2 shows a night, and every night, and roaring after that, and wiped out. And we never got a chance to hear him. And it was the last night of the week that we were at the Quiet Night. And Paul Anka had come over because he was working in town and in some fancy club. And he was singing a song of mine then, Help Me Make It Through the Night. And he, anyway, he came over to see us in this club. It was kind of slumming, and he was knocked out with Steven. And Steve said, who you got to hear is my friend who wrote Sam Stone. So we went over to the Quiet Night after my last show. He proceeded to sing Sam Stone, Paradise, Donald and Lydia, Hello in There. Absolutely destroyed us. One after another, Spanish Pipe Dream. It was the most incredible thing. I get chills thinking about it today.
I couldn't believe that Steve Goodman, during his shining hour, instead of standing there going, thanks a lot, when they were telling him that they thought he was, wrote great songs and he should do something about it, as in, maybe, think about getting a recording contract or make a record of them. And instead he goes, if you think I'm good, like that. And he hustles them into a cab, Chris, Samantha Eggers, and Paul Anka, and takes them across town to see. It was payday for me. It was Sunday night, and here I get a phone call from Goodman. Don't go anywhere. I'm bringing Chris Christopherson over with some other people to hear you. And it was Chris's shining hour too. And here they turn to Goodman and go, "Hey, you write great songs." And instead of going thanks, he goes, "Let me take you across town to see my buddy." So I didn't care that the chairs were up on the tables. All of a sudden, I was like, I was dancing, going. I got up and sang about maybe, I don't know, maybe 7 songs or so, because I wasn't sure how long they wanted to be held up for. And I got off the stage, and Chris asked me to go back and sing the same songs and sing anything else I got, And so I did, and it was an amazing night,
And it was such a thrill. Anyway, we went back to Paul Anka's penthouse, and we were upstairs, and he said he asked Steve and John if he bought him a ticket, would they go to New York? where I happened to be playing at the bitter end next week. And Steve said, would you like to see a short, fat Jewish kid dive in a bowl of chicken? Which was nearby. There was a big bowl of chicken. Anyway, he bought him a ticket, and they showed up here when I was playing. And they never looked back.
This song is 6 years old. And it's been the luckiest thing that ever happened to me. Somebody actually liked this thing when Arlo sang it. It was pretty damn nice of him to cut it. Riding on the city of New Orleans, Illinois Central, Monday morning rain.
So Steve and I, in a short amount of time, returned to New York quite a few times. We're staying at the Hotel Roosevelt, sharing a room. And the rooms there are really small and quaint. I kept my beer in the bathtub. That's something else my dad taught me. That's the way you could keep it cold. And like Steve would go, what about showers, you know, and stuff, you know. But I walk in, one night I want to go out in the town. I came down to the village to see whoever was down here. And Steve stayed back at the hotel. And I come in the room, our room, and Steve is sitting by the desk that they put in hotel rooms. And the only light on is right over there. And he's actually using the desk for what it's supposed to be used for. He's sitting there writing, you know. And I look over his shoulder and it says, "It was all that I could do to keep from crying. Sometimes it seems so useless to remain," right? And I jumped up on the bed and started playing an imaginary fiddle. And I went, "You don't have to call me darling, darling, but you never even call me by my name." And we started laughing. And then Steve sat and wrote the whole rest of the song, except for the last verse, the one that made the song. The one about dogs and mothers and prisons and everything. But we more or less wrote the song like we were just making fun of the whole thing, you know, the whole idea that he was writing a serious country song. And Steve ended up turning it around and putting that ultimate verse on it, you know. And when he got all done with it and told me he was going to record it, I said, "Are you kidding?" I said, "That song's terrible." You know, and he said, "What do you mean terrible?" I said, "Well, it makes fun of country music." I was young and sensitive. And I said, "It makes fun of country music." You know, I said, so I didn't put my name on it. And next thing I know, David Allan Coe records it and becomes a #1 country single. You know, and Steve called up when it was going #1 and says, "Now do you want your name on it?" And I says, "Oh no, you're like, I'm a man of my word, you know." I said, "No, I don't want it on there." So the next day, Steve pulls up in a pickup truck and gives me this $12,000 Wurlitzer jukebox from 1942, a Victory model. It still doesn't run, but it looks really good, you know. And it sits in my living room. And every time I look at that jukebox, I feel really stupid.
Steve Goodman interviewed by friend and country singer Bobby Bare.
How did you and John Prine come up with the idea to write such an outrageous song as a perfect country and western song?
Well, we were sitting in a hotel in New York City, and the song had a lot more verses before the maid came in the morning and wiped them off the wall. But those are the ones I can remember. And whatever we left out, we put in not too long after that. And David Allan Coe came and spent Christmas at my house one year. I wonder if he remembers that. And we, you know, sat around singing songs. And he took that one home. And when he recorded it, he laid this beautiful rap in the middle of it about how I had told him that it was the perfect country song and everything. And I was really glad he did it once I realized what he'd done. He fixed it so that there was a way to record it, and he found a way to do it, you know. It started as a joke, and he found a way to record it.
David Allan Coe.
Well, it was all that I could do to keep from crying. Sometimes it seems so useless to remain, but you don't have to call me darling, darling. You never even call me by my name. You don't have to call me Waylon Jennings, and you don't have to call me Charlie Price, and you don't have to call me Merle Haggard anymore. Even though you're on my fighting side, and I'll hang around as long as you will let me, and I never minded standing in the rain, but you don't have to call me darling, darling. You never even call me by my name. Well, I've heard my name a few times in your phone book,
Hello, hello.
and I've seen it on signs where I play, but the only time I know I'll hear David Allen Coe is when Jesus has his final judgment day. So I'll hang around as long as you will let me, and I never minded standing in the rain, but you don't have to call me darling, darling. You never even call me by my name. Well, a friend of mine named Steve Goodman wrote that song, and he told me it was the perfect country and western song. I wrote him back a letter and I told him it was not the perfect country and western song because he hadn't said anything at all about mama or trains or trucks or prison or getting drunk. Well, he sat down and wrote another verse to the song and he sent it to me, and after reading it I realized that my friend had written the perfect country and western song, and I felt obliged to include it on this album. The last verse goes like this here. Well, I was drunk the day my mom got out of prison, and I went to pick her up in the rain, but before I could get to the station in the pickup truck, she got run over by a damned old train. And I'll hang around as long as you will let me, and I never minded standing in the rain. Lord, you don't have to call me darling,
Steve had fun with that ultimate verse the rest of his career. Here's one sample.
There's only one thing that I'm sure of. What's that? I'm going to hear it when my Savior calls me home.
Oh, well, we left out farms, prison, mother, trucks, trains, dead dogs like Old Shep, Christmas, and thanks to David Allan Coe, getting drunk. And there's only time for this last stanza here. Ever since the dog got drunk and died, and Mama went to prison, but there ain't nothing round this farm that's been the same. And you know, when Mom broke out last Christmas, she'd roll the goddamn getaway laundry truck right into a tray. But I'm gonna hang around as long as you let me, and I never minded standing in the rain. You don't have to call me darling, darling, but you never even call me by my name. Thank you, folks. If you don't by any chance, I know these other guys in the band have one. If there's a cowboy hat here, I'd like to borrow it, and then I could sing this country, the last country song I know anyhow. If anybody's got one. Anybody got one out there? I'll give it back. Promise. No urban cow pies out there. Well, that's all right, too. Seriously, if anybody has a cowboy hat, I'll give it right back. Yeah? You got a motorcycle helmet out there? You really do? Can I borrow it for a second? Real easy to hear with this thing on. Now the only thing to play with this thing, I've got to play a song. We got to play a vehicular song. Now, the Lincoln Park Pirates is about tow trucks. This is a motorcycle. We gotta get your motor running. Head on the highway. Do adventure. Whatever comes our way. Yeah, gotta go make it happen. Oh, I love this place. I love it. Exploring the place. In the middle of thunder, Friday night the car was stalled on the railroad track. I pulled you out and we were safe, but you went running back. Teen angel, can you hear me? Teen angel, can you see me? Are you somewhere up above? And am I still your own true love? I'll never know just what it was that took your life that night. They said they found my high school ring clutched in your fingers tight. There's one that's better than this. Here it is. Laura and Johnny were lovers. He wanted to give her everything. Candy, flowers, but most of all, a wedding ring. He saw a sign for a stock car race, $1,000 prize it read. He couldn't get Laura on the phone, so to her mother, Johnny said, tell Laura I love her. Tell Laura I need her. Tell Laura I may be late. I've something to do that cannot wait. He drove his car to the fairgrounds. He was the youngest driver there. The gun went off for the start of the race. Around they drove at a deadly pace. No one knows what happened that day, how his car overturned in flames. But as they pulled him from the twisted wreck, with his dying breath, they heard him say, tell Laura I love her. Tell Laura I need her. Tell Laura not to cry. My love for her will never die. Now in the chapel where Laura prays, for Johnny who passed away, it was just for Laura he lived and died. Alone in the chapel she could hear him cry. Laura, you bitch. Tell Laura I love her. Tell Laura I need her. Tell Laura not to cry. Well, folks, while we're on the subject of dead girl songs, I only know one other dead girl song, and I know I'm never going to have the chance to sing it again, so I'll beg your indulgence. Here it is. Last night at the dance, I met Lori. So lovely and warm, an angel of a girl. Last night I fell in love with Lori. Strange things happen in this world. As I walked her home, she said it was her birthday. I pulled her close and said, will I see you anymore? And then suddenly she asked for my sweater and said that she was very, very cold. I kissed her goodnight at her door and started home. Then thought about my sweater I knocked at the door, and a man appeared. I told him why I'd come, and then he said, "You're wrong, son. You weren't with my daughter. How can you be so cruel to come to me this way? My Lori left this world on her birthday. She died a year ago today." Undaunted, our hero plunges on. A strange force drew me to the graveyard. Then I looked and saw my sweater lying there upon her grave. And now the understatement of the year. Strange things happen in this world. Train they call the city of New Orleans. I've been gone a long, long time. When day is done. Appreciate it. I had a dream that I had to lip sync that damn thing on American Bandstand. That was wild. Arlo was there. It was really. It was that. All kidding aside, was the luckiest thing that ever happened to me. Arlo cutting that song. I mean that. For whatever it's worth. And someday maybe I can cut something he wrote and pay him back. I don't know.
Well, listen. Time to get some real musicians up here now. and here's the great player. Now, folks. Hey, folks, there's songwriters and bangers, and then there's musicians. And this fella here is in a class by himself. And I mean, I think there's very little doubt that he's the premier mandolin player in the world today. And it's no accident that he also has Jack Benny's comic timing. What a weird combination. But he's a great man, and he lives in Evanston, Illinois, where I do, and that's how we met up. And it's an honor. And the guy needs a good opening act, so I came out with him this fall. Would you make Jethro Burns welcome, folks? Jethro Burns. Yeah, all right.
I was talking to Banana, that's why I'm late.
It's the only one I got left. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What they say about Dixie? Does the sun really shine all the time? Do the sweet magnolias blossom round everybody's door? Do folks keep eating possum till they can't eat no more? And is it true what they say about Swanee? There's a dream by that stream so sublime. Do they laugh? Do they sing like they sang in that song? If that's true, then that's where I belong. blossom round everybody's door? Do folks keep eating peanuts till they can't eat no more? Is it true what they say about swatting? Is a dream by that stream so sublime? Now do they laugh, do they sing like they say in that song? If that's true, that's where I belong. If that's true, that's where I belong. Thank you, folks. Thanks very much. Is it still in G?
Yeah, let's do it in G.
All right.
Where's G? I know, fifth one
She's
now.
out back changing the string.
If she's out there, I got a definite maybe from her.
Is that how these jokes used to go over when you did them back then?
Well, sometimes they flopped.
Homer stood here for 40 years, huh?
Right. We can do all the old jokes. Ask this lady, say, are you in show business? What did she say?
Are you in show business?
Well, get your elbow off the stage in.
What I want to know is how I got into setting.
I don't know. Ready? Don't let the stars get in your eyes if you've got water on the brain. Don't light the flame, or you'll be to blame. The spark of love may take your breath. The water starts to steaming, your ears will start to steaming, and you'll percolate yourself to death. Too many fights, too many scars, too many knots upon my head. Now, love was in bloom, then she lowered the boom, and now I wish that I was dead. She's got me educated, my eyes are granulated, 'cause she hit me with the sugar bowl. Her teeth were like the stars above because they come out every night. Her hair so fair, she laid it on the chair because I seed it laying there. I cocked an eye at her, she cocked an eye at me, and we just sat there cockeyed as could be. Don't let the stars get in your eyeball sockets.
Here's it's humming a little bit, I thought. All right. Here's a song that I wrote in 1970, and in 1972, Arlo Guthrie recorded this song, and ever since he recorded this song, all of a sudden I can work, you know. Before this I was singing, but nobody knew about it. And won't be long until nobody knows about it again, I imagine. Then I can go back to singing in the shower, where there's a good echo chamber there.
Riding on the city of New Orleans, Illinois Central.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back, so it's root, root, root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. It's 1, 2, 3 strikes you're out at the old ball game. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. And it's root, root, root for the home team. And if they don't win, what else is new? And it's 1, 2, 3 strikes you're out at the old ball game. Play it, Jethro. Baseball season's underway. Well, you better get ready for a brand new day. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. They're singing, go Cubs, go! Go Cubs, go! Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today. Go Cubs, go!
Well, folks, this is a song for my father, for Joseph Goodman, and I sing this song again so that I get to sing it to some people tonight. It's a song I never mind singing. He was an automobile salesman, special guy to do that. He'd go down to Sharkskin Alley. That's what I call the automobile agency, Sharkskin Alley, where the double knit generation hangs out. And he'd tell him the green one was blue. I miss my old man tonight, and I wish he was here with me. With his corny jokes and his cheap cigars, he could look you in the eye and sell you a car. That's not an easy thing to do, but no one ever knew a more charming creature on this earth than my old man. He was a pilot in the big war, in the U.S. Army Air Corps, in a C-47 with a heavy load,
full of combat cargo for the Burma Road. And after they dropped the bomb, he came home and married Mom. And not long after that, he was my old man. And oh, the fights we had when my brother and I got him mad. He'd get all boiled up and he'd start to shout, and I knew what was coming, so I tuned him out. And now the old man's gone, and I'd give all I own to hear what he said when I wasn't listening to my old man. I miss the old man tonight. I can almost see his face. He was always trying to watch his weight, and his heart only made it to 58. And for the first time since he died, late last night I cried. I wondered when I was gonna do that for my old man.
Well, he got to see me play in Avery Fisher Hall here. He flew out here, and he disappeared with Winnie Winston's girlfriend in the middle of the show. They went out to dinner. They weren't seen for him. During the sound check, they just split. No one saw him.
Well, the first performer tonight is he's from Chicago. His music leans towards the country type of music. He's sung all over the Midwest and the South, and he has with him a hastily put together beat band consisting of Steve Berg, Jack McCann, and David Bromberg. So, Steve Goodman, ladies and gentlemen.
This is while Steve Berg turns that amplifier on. This is a song about a train. The Illinois Central City of New Orleans runs out of Chicago every morning at 8:15 in the morning. That's the first time I ever heard anybody clap for the schedule of that damn train. That's incredible. That goddamn thing's never on time. Riding on the city of New Orleans, Illinois Central Monday morning race. There's 15 cars and 15 restless riders, 3 conductors and 25 sacks of mail. Out on the southbound Odyssey, the train pulls out of Kankakee, rolls past the houses, farms, and fields, passing towns that have no name, and freight yards full of old black men, and the graveyards of the rusted automobiles. Singing, good morning, America, how are you? Hell, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train that they call the city of New Orleans, and I'm be gone 500 miles when the day is done. I was shooting craps with the old men in the club car. 9's my point and nobody keeping score. Won't you pass me the paper bag that holds the tequila? You can feel the wheels grumbling through the floor. The sons of Pullman porters, the sons of engineers, they ride the daddy's magic carpet, it's made of steam. The mothers with their babes asleep go rocking to the gentle beat. The rhythm of the rails, that's all they dream. And they're singing, good morning America, how are you? Saying, don't you know me, I'm your native son. I'm the train that they call the city of New Orleans. And I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Come on, Jackson. It's nighttime on the city of New Orleans. We're changing cars in Memphis, Tennessee. All are halfway home and we'll be there by morning. Through the Mississippi darkness rolling to the sea. All the towns and people, they seem to fade into a bad dream. And the old steel rail, it ain't heard the news. The conductor sings that song again. It's passengers, oh please refrain. This train's got the disappearing railroad blues. Just a singing, good night America, how are you? Hell, don't you know me, I'm your native son. I'm just the train that they call the city of New Orleans. And I've been gone 500 miles in days done. Singing, good night America, how are you? Saying, don't you know me, I'm your bastard son. And I am the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone a mighty long time when the day is done.
Chuck Noll's decision not to go for the field goal was right.
That hand of Mike Pearl that came up here said, Phyllis George, take us up with people in this super halftime show.
I would love to. The inception was in 1965. It's an educational program from the University of Arizona. I think we're going to enjoy it. And I really feel very privileged that we get a chance to hear these great kids perform.
Centuries from where it all began.
The street lamps are on in Chicago tonight. Lovers are gazing at stars. The
stores are all closing and Bolandic's been chosen and Casio is counting the cars. There are more cars than places to put 'em, he said, but I've got room for some more. So round 'em up, boys, because I want the toys. Hit the lot by the grocery store. To me way, hey, tow 'em away. The Lincoln Park Pirates are we. From Wilmette to Gary, there's none that's so hairy, and we always collect our fee.
I think it's so wonderful, and I think it's so special that it's here. I mean, it's been a long time since I felt Steve so much a part of Chicago. But I thought Lincoln Avenue is like the perfect place. He worked here, he played here, he got so many tickets here. It's just wonderful, and it'll be here for the girls and hopefully our grandchildren someday.
We break into cars when we gotta, with pickaxe and hammer and saw. They said this garage had no license, but a little care I for the law.
To me, I don't know, it's just a fond memory of a wonderful guy, my brother, who I miss a bunch at this time. And it's quite nice. We got the beautiful city of Chicago, as he would say, and he gets a whole block named after him. It's a wonderful thing.
Stevie introduced me to Chicago, and a lot of his work reflected Chicago. The sign up there is really a big deal for us, and it feels like the job's well done. Thank you very much.
Just good luck to the Old Town School. Thanks for the past 40 years to Win Strachey and every Chicago artist that brought it to this date. And wish them success for at least the next 40.
And I think it's enough, and let's call this bluff, and let's tow the bum out of town.
Steve Goodman Doc.